Welcome back to Heroes and Villains HQ. Today, we're going to be taking a look at all of the August 2025 LEGO Star Wars sets. This is going to be my complete buyer's guide. So we're going to talk through each set that's releasing on August 1st, its details, its price, and most importantly, its value, if it's a set that you should pick up on August 1st. So before we jump into the sets, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the like button while you're down there. But let's go ahead, let's jump into the LEGO Star Wars sets for August 2025. So for this video, instead of going by set number, I'm going to go by price. So we're going to start with the cheapest set releasing in August and make our way up all the way to the most expensive set releasing this August. And unfortunately, the cheapest set releasing this August will come in at $45. This is set 75431, the 327th Clone Troopers Battle Pack. So this set is $45. It has 258 pieces and will include 4 327th Clone Troopers as well as 3 Super Battle Droids. Now, the set itself is pretty bare bones. It's a typical Super Battle Pack, including a little bit of both sides, the Clone Troopers and the Super Battle Droids. It will also come with a yellow AT-RT and a brand new Spider Droid build, which is really exciting. A couple call outs on this set that make it really exciting is those plastic pauldrons for the 327th Clone Troopers. While they are still missing the cloth camas and they need to be brought back, the plastic pauldrons are a major upgrade over the previous cloth pauldrons. They're far more accurate. They've printed on top of them as well. I just think they look really great. As for the builds, I'm actually pretty happy with what they're doing here. I think the Spider Droid upgrade is simple but super effective. I think the pieces that they used right at the connection give the angles to the legs that real Spider Droids in the Star Wars universe have, so that's really awesome. And as for the AT-RT, while it is a slightly overscaled AT-RT, it is significantly smaller than the 20th anniversary and 501st AT-RT we've seen a few years ago. So they are getting a little bit smaller, and while sometimes the downscaling isn't great, I think in this version here it is really good. It's getting close to the proper scale. But the problem here is 258 pieces, and what this set is providing is just nowhere near worth $45. I mean, 2 years ago when they released the Clone Troopers and Droids Battle Pack, even though that only had 215 pieces, it had 4 clones, 3 Super Battle Droids, and 2 Battle Droids on top of the assortment of builds. So right there, that set provided more, especially in the minifigure department, than this set does, but was $15 less. So I think this is a victim of inflation and the tariffs and everything that was going on around that last month or two. So it's unfortunate. It's not worth $45. I really do not think you should be buying this on August 1st. But I do think this is a set you should pick up, come Black Friday when this set's going to be $35 or less. Definitely worth picking up at that point. But on day one, I think you should wait this one out. It will go on sale. We've seen this with battle packs. They always go on sale. So just wait this one out and be patient, because it will be cheaper and it'll be far more worth it once it lowers in price. The next set releasing in August will come in at $54.99. This is the Force Burner Snowspeeder, including 3 minifigures and 349 pieces. So this is based off of Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2 on Disney+. This includes 3 really awesome minifigures. You have Sig and Dev Griebling, as well as Solitis, the new green Duros villain character. So I think you're getting some really great fun characters, really great prints as well. And this Snowspeeder, while I'm usually not a fan of something that isn't, Star Wars canon, this is pretty cool. It's like a hot rod Snowspeeder, and the canopy piece, brand new mold. That's really exciting, especially for future regular Snowspeeders that LEGO will release in the coming years. Super accurate mold. Really excited to finally get that. And the set itself, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's a new Snowspeeder. You have a speeder bike and a stap on the side. For 349 pieces to $55, again, I just think it's slightly overpriced by about $5 to $10. But I don't think this one's egregious. So if you are a Rebuild the Galaxies fan, if you got the couple of sets that released last year, Jedi Bob Starfighter and the X-Wing and TIE Fighter set. This could be another great set to add to your Rebuild the Galaxy collection. However, again, for $55, I think this one's worth waiting out. It's going to be $45 come Black Friday on. There's no doubt in my mind. So, unfortunately, I think this one is just slightly too expensive, and I think you should hold out. So 0 for 2 at this point. Next up is one I'm personally really excited for, and that is the brand new V-19 Torrent coming in at $64.99, including 3 minifigures and 567 pieces. I think this is one of the closest values you can get for August. You're getting 3 brand new minifigures, all exclusive to this set: Asajj Ventress, a Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, and a Phase 1 clone pilot with a brand new helmet mold. These figures are crazy good. The Asajj Ventress, fantastic. The Kenobi is amazing, even has arm printing. And the Clone Trooper, awesome. So glad to finally get another Phase 1 pilot with the accurate helmet. I mean, this is something that should have released way back with the UCS Republic gunship. It's been long overdue, so I'm glad that it's finally here. As for the V-19 Torrent, I think this is awesome. The yellow canopy piece is a detail that I feel like most of the time LEGO would miss, but they captured here. The V-19 Torrent does have a yellow canopy in universe, and they nailed it here. As for the build, I think it looks really good. I think, just being able to pull the wings down instead of having that large mechanism with the old one that always seemed to break, I think this is great. And I really do actually appreciate the downscaling here as it compares to the last one. I think this is the proper size, and it's going to match up very well with your Jedi Interceptors, the ARC 170 that released this year. So I think this is a perfect set. And for $65, I do think it's delivering value. I would have liked to see it be 60 or less, but of course I can't be upset about every single price, right? For $65, I think you're getting value with this set, and this is one I'm personally going to be picking up August 1st. So this one definitely worth the money and worth picking up August 1st. Prize release this summer, given the fact that we got Jango Fett's Slave 1 as a UCS set this May, they are also releasing a playset version. Jango Fett's Starship coming in at $69.99, 707 pieces and 3 minifigures. So the price per piece is there at 10 cents per piece. I'm not personally a subscriber to that belief that every single set needs to be 10 cents per piece, but in this case, you are getting the price per piece value. As for the figures, the Boba Fett is the same one as the UCS set, slightly inaccurate, but I think it's okay. The Jango Fett is a great figure. It is different from the UCS version as it doesn't have the arm printing, which I do like that they kept the UCS version exclusive, but also provided a cheaper option for collectors who don't want the UCS version. I think this debate on whether or not UCS sets should have purely exclusive figures is an interesting one, right? Because as a collector, you want to get the best version of the figure every single time they're released, and I totally understand that. At the same time, for people who are paying the premium for the UCS sets, I do think they should get something exclusive that you're only going to get by paying that premium. And in this case, I think there's a perfect example where you pay the premium for the UCS set and you get the premium Jango Fett figure with the arm printing, but then there's also a cheaper alternative on the market that is only slightly different than the UCS version, which keeps the exclusivity intact for the expensive set, while also providing collectors who don't want to spend that kind of money an option for them as well, so that they don't need to feel like they need to go spend the $300, right? So I think that's awesome, personally. That's where I stand on the debate. But the big thing here is Lama Su. Wow. They could have cheaped out and used the same head mold for Tan Wei, but they didn't. They did a brand new head mold for Lama Su here, and he looks fantastic. I have the UCS Jango Fett's Slave 1 here, and I'm debating picking this one up too just to get that figure. That's how good it is. So this set is well worth the $70. I definitely think this is one you should pick up if you don't have Jango Fett's Slave 1 in your collection. So I'd say right now, 2 sets, not quite worth the value. 2 sets definitely worth the money. So that's where we stand. Next up on the list is the $90 buildable K2SO with 845 pieces, including one minifigure, the K2SO figure released this year with the U-Wing. This set's awesome. They're killing it with the buildable droids. You know, Chopper this year, C-3PO, R2-D2, BD-1. They're doing a really great job with these. I think this set's perfect. I think it represents K2SO perfectly. The head is a little funky, but I think overall this is a really, really great build. And it's coming right up there, just under, or just over rather, 10 cents per piece. I think this is providing great value for you and definitely one that's worth picking up. Moving on to the next set, it is the buildable Wicket with 1,010 pieces coming in at $129.99. And this one's tough. I just don't think a buildable Ewok of this size is worth $130. Yeah, it comes with a brand new Wicket minifigure, which is cool. Obviously the display stand as well. But I think, again, similar to other sets, it's just a victim of what's been going on in the world today. It's gotten a price increase right before it was revealed up to $130. So again, I think if you just wait a little bit of time, it's going to be on sale, and then it's going to get down to the price that it's actually worth. So I just can't recommend picking this one up on the first day, unfortunately. Now jumping up in price, we have two $160 sets, and this is going to cause some controversy here. The first one is the Republic Juggernaut. Again, $160 with only 813 pieces. It includes 5 minifigures and 3 battle droids. And this set stinks. Just flat out stinks. There's nothing that this set does that makes it worth $160. Starting with the minifigures, you get a new Ki-Adi-Mundi. Cool, we've gotten versions of it in the past, but it's always nice to get an updated version. Brand new Commander Bakara with a brand new helmet mold. And then finally, 3 Galactic Marines. Brand new helmet molds for those as well. So those 5 figures are fantastic. Then tossing in a couple of battle droids, 3, to bring that total minifigure count up to 8 is really good. I think from the minifigure standpoint, obviously we're missing the waist capes. That stinks. But overall, those 8 minifigures are solid. The build itself, without the price in mind, okay, the 800 pieces that is this Republic Juggernaut, it is obviously very, very small, almost to the point of it looks like a MIDI scale. That's how small it is. So it doesn't, but I don't think it looks awful. I think it captures the look of the turbo tank pretty well, especially the wheels and the underbelly. I think they really did a good job there. However, as it compares to other clone playsets on the market right now, specifically the ATTE at $140, that set's great. It's so much better than this turbo tank. Where the problem comes in is one, as we've seen in reviews, the stability of this set is non-existent. It falls apart, which is really, really bad for a playset. But 2, $160? What? This is greed on another level. It's nowhere near worth $160 from a piece count perspective, even from a minifigure perspective. And the set is just small. It's just small. Last year, we got the Imperial Star Destroyer with 1,500 pieces. It included 6 minifigures and then a 7th anniversary minifigure, the Cal Kestis. 7 full figures. Here, we're getting 5 figures and 3 battle droids. And that Imperial Star Destroyer was also $160. Double the piece count, more minifigures. And it's the same price. It doesn't make, this set genuinely makes no sense. I feel like this is an instance of Lego knowing clone troopers are popular. People are paying a premium for them, as we've seen with the $30 battle packs. They tried to pull a fast one here. That's all this is. That's all this is. They knew this set wasn't worth the money. They tossed in highly desirable figures to try and beef up that value. And they're trying to pull a fast one, trying to get you to spend $160 on a set that's, I'd say this set isn't worth any more than $110. Even that, I feel like, is pushing it. This is just bad. It's just bad. I can't, please do not buy this set on August 1st. Lego needs to understand, we need to vote with our wallets, that this type of greed is unacceptable. I'm all for, downscaling some sets. I think they're great for shelf space. I'm all for putting desirable minifigures in more expensive sets to make them more valuable. I'm all for these things, these business practices, but this is just too far. It genuinely is. So it's upsetting. I've been wanting a new turbo tank for a while, and we finally get one, and it's this pile of garbage. So yeah, Galactic Marines are great. Bakara is pretty good, but it's just not. Don't buy this set. That Imperial Star Destroyer I just mentioned went on sale. I believe it was in September of last year, just like a month after it was released. It went on sale for $111. It was also on sale this May for $111. So you can wait on this turbo tank. If you just wait a month or two, it's going to be on sale for like 120 bucks. So don't give in, just wait, be patient, and you'll be able to get your Galactic Marines at a price they're actually worth. The next $160 set is the Battle of Fallujah Separatist MTT. This one has 976 pieces, so about 200 pieces more than the Juggernaut. It includes 2 minifigures, 3 commando droids, 6 battle droids, and 1 pilot battle droid. So it has 12 minifigures total, definitely upping that count a little bit. But again, it's just 2 real minifigures and the rest are droids. This set is definitely far better than the turbo tank. I think the build is far better. We finally got a blue MTT, and I think this downscaled version is great in terms of its shaping and its overall proportions. I think when you look at the 2014 version, that version just is a bad downscaled version. This one is pretty good. It has some great play features as well. The twist knob to get the troops, or the battle droids rather, out of the front of the set looks to work really well. And overall, the minifigures are also pretty good. The Commander Bly is awesome. The updated Ayla Secura is pretty good as well. Obviously, the waist capes, we need the waist capes back. It's nice to get the commando droids back. They are inaccurate in terms of coloring. They should be brown like they were previously. But to be honest, I don't necessarily hate the recoloring of the commando droids. I'm okay with the creative liberty there to get a little bit of a variation in the commando droids. I think it's fun. Obviously, I usually lean on the side of I want the most accurate version of something possible, and I think I would prefer if they were brown, but I'm not necessarily upset that they're not. So I don't use it as a negative in this case. I think that just the negative comes with the overall minifigure count. I think normally for a $160 set, yes, it has 12, but a lot of them are droids. 10 of them are droids. I would have liked to see them toss, knowing that they had the 327th battle pack come out, this summer. I would have liked to see them toss 1 or 2 more clone troopers in here. I think, honestly, if they tossed like 1 clone trooper and 2 super battle droids into this set to beef it up, I'd say it would be worth $160. Overall, though, I don't think it's not worth $160. I think if you're going to pay $160 for this set, it's not a bad purchase at all. I'm not personally going to pick it up for $160 because I want the Avengers Quinjet, but so I'm going to wait a little bit of time for this one and catch it on a sale, but I am going to be picking this one up versus the turbo tank. I'm not buying that one. So I think this one's pretty good for $160. The last set on the August wave here is the AT-ST Walker, coming in at $200 and 1,513 pieces with 1 minifigure, the AT-ST Driver. This is a UCS set, so it's 18 plus, and I think this model captures the AT-ST perfectly. Really no complaints. It's killing all of the angles. It's got a nice mix between tiled off and bricks. I think this is a really good model, and I think for $200, it's nice to finally get a cheaper UCS version. We've seen those prices creep up to $240, and then this year the Jango Fett Slave one was $300. So I think this set is definitely providing some value to UCS collectors. Maybe somebody who wants that kind of display model, that premium model, but doesn't want to spend the kind of money that we've had to spend recently. The Sail Barge, the Venator, Jango Fett Slave 1. This October we're getting a $1,000 Death Star. So I think this is a great option, and it's nice to have some variation in terms of pricing for the UCS sets, available at once. So what sets do I believe you should pick up on August 1st? Which ones are worth the money? There are 4 sets, starting with the cheapest, the V-19 Torrent at $65, I think is definitely worth grabbing. The set is great, but the minifigures shine. The Jango Fett's Slave 1 hits that 10 cents per piece mark, another great build, and then the figures also are fantastic. Getting a cheaper Jango Fett as well as the Llama Su, awesome. I think the $90 buildable K2SO is also another great buildable droid. If you're one who collects those like myself, this is an awesome set, and definitely one worth picking up. Lastly, even though it's questionable, I do think $160 for the brand new MTT is worth it. You could be patient and wait a month or two and probably get it on sale. But if this is one you're really excited for, I think you can't go wrong buying it at $160. I don't feel like you're gonna feel bad about spending that kind of money on this set. It looks like a great model. I think the Force Burner Snowspeeder, the buildable Wicket, and the ATST are all gonna have their markets. They're not necessarily overpriced and are a bad value, but I think they're more niche than some of these other sets that may appeal to a wider audience. So I think for the folks that are really excited about those 3 sets, paying the price that they're listed at, MSRP, is gonna be fine. For folks who may be a little skeptical, I think waiting a little bit of time for a sale is probably the right move. As for the 327th Battle Pack and the Republic Juggernaut, these are 2 sets you need to stay away from. They are so wildly overpriced and do not provide anything or enough in terms of value to even get you close to the price they're asking for. The Juggernaut is worth $120 at best. The 327th Battle Pack should have been $30. You need to wait for sales on these. Unfortunately, there's a lot of really good figures in these sets that I know a lot of people are excited about, myself included. But these are sets, they're gonna be on sale rather quickly because they're not worth the money that LEGO's asking. So with all of that said, that is my August 2025 LEGO Star Wars Buyer's Guide. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. If you disagree with some of the things that I pointed out, or if you have some differing thoughts, definitely let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinions. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the subscribe button down below to stay tuned for more Star Wars and Marvel content. And hit the like button while you're down there if you enjoy the video. But again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.